I declare, after all, there is no enjoyment like reading. How much sooner one tires of anything than of a book. When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library. A lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love, from love to matrimony in a moment. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. There are few people whom I really love, and still fewer of whom I think well. The more I see of the world, the more am I dissatisfied with it, and every day confirms my belief of the inconsistency of all human characters, and of the little dependence that can be placed on the appearance of merit or sense. I cannot fix on the hour, or the spot, or the look or the words which laid the foundation. It is too long ago. I was in the middle before I knew that I had begun. Angry people are not always wise. Vanity and pride are different things, though the words are often used synonymously. A person may be proud without being vain. Pride relates more to our opinion of ourselves, vanity to what we would have others think of us. What are men to rocks and mountains? There is a stubbornness about me that never can bear to be frightened at the will of others. My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me. I could easily forgive his pride if he had not mortified mine. I must learn to be content with being happier than I deserve. You are too generous to trifle with me. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes are unchanged, but one word from you will silence me on this subject forever. I have not the pleasure of understanding you. To be fond of dancing was a certain step towards falling in love. I am the happiest creature in the world. Perhaps other people have said so before, but not one with such justice. I am happier even than Jane. She only smiles. I laugh. For what do we live but to make sport for our neighbors and laugh at them in our turn? You must learn some of my philosophy. Think only of the past, as its remembrance gives you pleasure. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. Mr. Darcy, an unhappy alternative is before you, Elizabeth. From this day, you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do. Till this moment, I never knew myself. My good opinion once lost is lost forever. He is a gentleman, and I am a gentleman's daughter. So far, we are equal. We all know him to be a proud, unpleasant sort of man, but this would be nothing if you really liked him. Her heart did whisper that he had done it for her. A girl likes to be crossed a little in love now and then. It is something to think of. The distance is nothing when one has a motive. Oh, Lizzie, do anything rather than marry without affection? Mary wished to say something very sensible, but knew not how. Nobody can tell what I suffer, but it is always so. Those who do not complain are never pitied. I certainly have not the talent which some people possess, said Darcy, of conversing easily with those I have never seen before. I cannot catch their tone of conversation or appear interested in their concerns, as I often see done. She is tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me, and I am in no humor at present to give consequence to young ladies who are slighted by other men. It's been many years since I had such an exemplary vegetable. Had I been in love, I could not have been more wretchedly blind. But vanity, not love, has been my folly. But people themselves alter so much that there is something new to be observed in them forever. I am only resolved to act in that manner, which will, in my own opinion, constitute my happiness, without reference to you or to any person so wholly unconnected with me. I am determined that only the deepest love will induce me into matrimony. So I shall end an old maid and teach your 10 children to embroider cushions and play their instruments very ill. Now be sincere. Did you admire me for my impertinence? For the liveliness of your mind I did. I am excessively diverted. She was convinced that she could have been happy with him, when it was no longer likely they should meet. Follies and nonsense, whims and inconsistencies do divert me, I own, and I laugh at them whenever I can.